Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that the more I see stuff, the more I'm like, oh right, this thing, and then I just do the correct thing immediately. It's definitely like, you can get into a real good flow with this game where you're just doing everything right each time because you are expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of the biggest thing and kind of why I wish I could be running this game more often, basically.
Yeah.
All that said, I think it's time to start another run.
Alright.
That's it.
I'll have some.
Yep. Bandor Jerry's. It's also just the sort of thing that when I play more, my hyper dashes get a lot cleaner, and like hyper dashes are actually one of the biggest things. Like being able to just do them consistently and in the right places gives you so much more speed.
Bird.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Bird.
Bird.
Do this. That I can. Ah, 1 second behind.
Oh
Ugh.
no.
Shameful. I disgust me. I do find in general one of the like biggest things that has kind of told me I'm getting better at the game is being able to differentiate between a dash jump and like a hyper dash on purpose. You know, because there are times where you want both of those, like either the speed and horizontal movement of a hyper dash, or just the extra height that you get out of the dash jumps.
Yeah.
Like usually, if I just want to move around quickly, I'll be doing hyper dashes. Like all of these screen transitions, I'm tending to hyper dash through. No. Oh, somehow enough.
Woo!
The other fun thing about the city is that I have to get used to having one jump again. You know? Happy to get that on first try.
Yeah, right here, and you run immediately, and you're like, oop, back to one.
Aha, right, one jump, that. The nice thing is City is at least an easy enough level where
I get you used to having
even
one
where
now.
my brain isn't, you know, even where my brain's still in the 2 dash space, it doesn't usually cost me big. I've gotten better at figuring that out. Also, that is like a way gold split there. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. Right, the numbers on the game thing, this is a new file, so it won't show those as gold. Because, like, if you're playing the game again and you've got a time on the level already, the timer in the level itself will actually go gold. So I was like, that's not a gold split. That was a fucking gold split, baby. I knew. I've also gotten a lot better at the like delayed jump that like lets me keep your, or that gives you your dash back. A little early. At least that one, it's like a really low cost to that, as opposed to one where you do that like at the end of a scene. This jump is like really difficult to make because you have to, like, if you go up too early, you miss the dream block, but if you go up too late, you just go flying into the next room, which is even slower, so, like, err on the side that I was doing it there. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna miss here. Jump coming up. I got it in one last time, this jump right here. The timing on it is outrageously tight. To the point where it's a bit silly that I'm trying to do it.
You live for the silliness.
Yep. One of those things when you do it right, you feel like a god. When you do it wrong, you're there for like several minutes.
Yep.
Ah.
Uh-oh. For the rest of mine.
Doing the diagonal jump there is a bit optimistic, but it's still something I really wish I could do right. God, I know I could do this route so much better than I do it.
Me, yeah! Thank you!
Thank you, Bread Mage.
Strawberries will impress your friends and also give you the power to control strawberry plants in real life if you collect them all.
It's true. I actually quite like my trick for that room. I will say, I have gotten way better at this chase. Like, just making it so I don't cross my path accidentally and screw myself over. Yeah, that was the whole thing right there. And that's me. Cutscene. Real life. We'll say I have gotten quite good at these first two stages.
Yeah. Bye, Theo.
Hi, Theo. Bye, Theo.
I'm gonna talk to you, pal.
Whee! Yeah, you can see where I like do a hyper jump, dash, and then just jump immediately, like on landing. All right, pretty good. Old Sight in the last run was probably the only, or like in the PB right now is probably the only level that I did like quote unquote badly on, which is why I still gain time even without it being gold. Everything else was a gold speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see like a lot of places where I'll like jump a second time instead of doing the hyper dash. And that's because your hyper dash, like you retain some of that hyper dash momentum when you jump like that, which is really, really useful because it can be really bad to just, you know, hyper jump everywhere.
Yep.
Really made it anyway.
Oh, jeez. Not really terrifying.
Yep.
Hey, you got the strawberry, and that's the...
That it is. That's what I'm trying to do there, for the record. Let myself hit that, what you call it there.
Woo!
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
I believe that should actually be a delayed dash instead of the thing I do. Or instead of doing like the jumping version of that. Because it's like the jump was actually the first one that I taught myself, where you like where I dive into the ground to make sure I keep my dash. That's stupid slow, but by not dying, I just saved a bunch of time over my last run.
Yep.
And that's sort of like something you gotta realize if you're not able to do something mechanically. Sometimes it's better just take it slow and steady and, you know, not die on it.
Don't die.
Not dying will often be quite a bit faster than trying a cool-ass trick several times.
Yep.
And granted, sometimes, like, you know, you just want to do a cool-ass trick. There's nothing wrong with that. Part of the fun of speedrunning is absolutely just execution stuff.
Yep.
Basically how Ty runs all games, he just teaches himself the fun tricks.
Yep.
That's the nice thing about speedrunning. It's something for so many people. This room is hell to navigate. So many corners. Oops. Well, somehow I lived. I'm shocked. Quite frankly, appalled.
Oh, I am.
No. I missed.
You missed. No, you missed, pal.
Go. This is certainly one of the first chapters where, like, because you're doing everything, because everything on this chapter is like cycle-based, you're really kind of one of the first major tests of how you can, like, get through and react to things properly. And also just knowing, like, the different paths, or, like, the different timings for both when you go to the level the first time and when you die in it. That's sort of the biggest thing that you really have to understand, that, like, when you go there the first time, the timings are going to be different, and you may need to, like, practice just the level on its own time, rather, you know, like, going into it from the previous room rather than
Bye,
just...
Theo. I can go under there.
It's good.
Thank you.
I've gotten better at that. that specific thing right there. Why sometimes it just decides, no, you're not getting over there.
Nope.
Legitimately. That was me doing a hyper dash. I could swear I did a regular jump dash there.
Ah, you got down him though.
Yeah. Again, that's something you can only do the first time you come
Yeah,
in. But as long as you're
like,
aware of it, it's
yeah.
actually really easy. Like, you don't have to actually be moving quickly. You just have to be moving for it immediately. Take fine. There are also so many corners in the next room that, like, you may not be aware of when you're doing dashes across rooms and stuff. It'd be useful to be just know what you're getting into. Ah. That was a case where I was trying to do a hyper dash and it didn't.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you inconsiderate jerk.
Whee! Again, you can kind of see, like, I'm just doing things in one, you know, like doing rooms in one shot, which is saving me huge amounts of time compared to the previous run where I tried to do fancy stuff and then just ended up dying several times. That was me. I went down to try to avoid jumping too high into the thing, and the stuff goes and comes back, basically. This is... ah, God, it's such a room. I have always disliked this room, mostly because of that strawberry. Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure I was going to hit that there. Fine, though. Here's a room that gave me way too much trouble for what it is. All that took.
Yep.
Here's a room that gave me the exact amount of trouble that it should be. Okay.
On it.
Again, like that's a room that's either one time or many of time. Yeah, this is a great game for kind of just go flow with it, especially with speedrunning it. It's kind of why I just like doing it. This is a fun game for me to practice, because you can kind of just really zero in on one thing that you want to do, and it varies in. Thought it was up there.
Yep.
And then this is also something where, like, a, what do you call it?
Oh, shit. Oh, you're so
Alright, I
good.
should not say words during this section.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind
fair.
of what this comes down to.
That's fair, I can talk. This guy's a jerk, by the way.
Yep. Mechanically and in storyline.
Yep.
I do that a lot.
These are dust bunnies.
Evil dust bunnies. No,
Not evil.
not
they're
evil
just
exactly.
Dust bunnies. Are what they are.
Unresolved issues. I knew that was going to happen there. Alright. Not sure why it did that at a different time there. It's not like it was. No, it's not like it was the first time I came in. Sometimes it's kind of like timings can be just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you mean by not really knowing how to get through there without dying.
Yeah.
That cycle is right there.
And here we go. It's this room. Everybody's favorite room.
This room.
Particularly my favorite room.
Love this room. Adore this room.
That little outcropping of Dust Bunny is one of my, like, nemesis in this game. Hello there! That is
Oh.
exceptionally gold.
Yeah, nicely done.
There we go. That feels good.
All right, good stuff.
I believe that was like 10 minutes that chapter was the previous PB. Which really does show, like, just how much room for improvement I have, which is
Yeah.
good. Like, it's nice when I have... It feels good to have that kind of, you know, stuff.
Whereas in like any percent Odyssey, any improvements are going to be very marginal.
That and, like, take a lot of reacquainting myself with the game in the first place, you know? Like, you take a break with the game and you lose, you know, you're not even at the spot that you were before.
Yeah.
You're actually worse than you were back then, and there's an amount of effort that goes into just getting back to the spot that you were at. Don't mind that strawberry.
Okay, even the tax gets a strawberry.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting strawberry. God, you can skip that cloud that's like right below me there. That was a room that gave me way more trouble than it should have. I also go up and over here, even though it's faster to, I like to just go straight out, because it's quite tough to do properly.
Yep.
Okay, not too bad so far. And I mean, again, you can see what I'm saying about, like, kind of just getting clued in on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just remembering things.
Yeah. Like, one of the hardest things in this game is just remembering what's coming up next, or in the speedrun of this game. You want to jump real early there, because if you jump later than that, you don't get the distance that you need to get on the roof. It's like such a minor thing, but it makes a difference. Again, there's a hilarious jump that you can do here that I love doing, but probably best if I don't.
Yep. Definitely gonna have to know that you're at work. Back in.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't run it in like a month.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of the thing about speedrunning. It's the kind of thing, it's like the kind of hobby that you really do have to, like, dedicate, not even, like, a lot of time so much as consistent time to, you know, like, in bursts, basically. I do feel better about doing hyper dashes around here.
Are there any other games that would catch your fancy?
That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't really know. In the sort of sense that in a lot of ways, I'd probably rather go tall on a game than wide, or like tall on games I speedrun than wide. You know, put a lot of time into a game rather than having a bunch of games I can speedrun sorta okay. But I mean, sometimes you never really know when something's just at your fancy.
There was a category on Odyssey that was not.
That's sort of the
5
biggest
hours
thing, yeah.
long.
Like, I can see the appeal of the bigger categories in it. It's just that, oh my god, the amount of time that you have to put in. I'm surprised that
Don't worry about that. That was just Windows Defender. That wasn't anything cutting off.
Yeah, for once.
For once, that was not a controller cutting off. That was Windows Defender saying hello.
For some reason. Don't know why.
It's lonely. It's
Clearly.
lonely. Nobody likes Windows Defender.
Fastballs fight quite well.
Yes, of course, it's not OBS time as well.
Yeah, that's sort of the biggest thing.
That's the thing, that we're tuned to that noise as well. Oh my god, OBS!
Oh, fuck.
OBS failed. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think we've dropped a single frame in the streams we've done since.
Weird that.
I'll touch wood that continues.
Weird that we
Yeah.
said, this is definitely a problem with your wires, and they didn't really ever do anything for us, and then
No.
it was absolutely a problem with their wires.
By the way, guys, Optimum are garbage. So are all ISPs, but yeah, Optimum are garbage.
We have currently been actively dicked over by Alpha. Fresh on the mind.
Yep.
There you go. I'm doing way better on this section.
Oh yeah. But yeah, just a little bit of de-rust of knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, in this game, like, the derusting factor is impossible to understate.
Oh.
For reasons that are
Yeah.
probably obvious at the moment. Where, like, this is a game where my second run can tend to be really good. And I feel like it would fall off a bit more if I was speedrunning the game a bit more. And I do hope, kind of, that I can speedrun the game a bit more. Bring that time down to, you know, not half of the world record.
I just realized that because, like, we put up the YouTube versions of the videos where we've been disconnected from the stream, so we're just, like, talking about shit.
Yeah. And trying to
Trying
actively
to
troubleshoot.
I'm just hoping I don't see anything embarrassing in the titles.
I'm sure you said plenty of perfectly embarrassing things.
Yeah, I'm sure I have to.
That jump is so easy as long as you remember that you're supposed to hyperdash. Like, incredibly easy. Unfortunately, the fact that I died here actually does
Yeah,
make this harder.
makes the cycle harder. Right when, like,
Yeah, I need
a
to
second.
wait here for a second. 1. Then you go straight through.
Yep.
Literally counting to 1 after you die there will make it so that you know, don't die.
Yep.
Those are the sorts of things that you just learn by playing the game enough. Cats in here as well. Especially since you're kind of in the dark here.
I like that. I think this is my favorite level. I like it. No, a lot of people don't. I like it.
This is fine. I'm sort of thinking to myself, wait, did I just screw myself over? The answer is no.
Fine. Fine.
You're also supposed to go looking for a key here, but we skipped the fuck out of that
I don't give a fuck.
by finding this. Straight by that key door. In general.
That was a bit
I'm
close.
not gonna question that.
That was a little bit close.
But yeah, usually if you would do something that sort of like changes Madeline's state, she will regain her dash when she gets out of it. As a general rule.
God, you have to tell me if I've been embarrassing you. The answer is of course.
This is fine.
This is fine. We ate ourselves. This is...
Well, that was weird. Anyway. Let's go through the
Madeline.
cutscene room. Four cutscenes to skip there. Done it again.
Actually, probably what happens after OBS dies is a lot of swearing on my
Yeah,
part.
mostly just fuck. God damn it, not again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, no.
It happened again.
Probably a bloody hell or two.
As one does.
I'm British. He really doesn't want to hit for that for you today, does he?
That's not actually the one that you tend to do. Like, in that room, you actually haven't hit the lower one when you're good at it. There's a later room where you hit the upper one. There's an awkward spot there, but... It's the room with three of them that he hits. Or that you use him, basically, to hit it. Ah! I almost got out of that. That was very much a I fucked up one. That's what I usually do there. I do love that room.
Smushed him.
This is the room. A lot of the time you can tell how comfortable I am with any given like level based on how often I'm doing hyper dashes. Like, even on a between run to run basis. You can't duck under those guys. I mean, you can duck under those guys, but like in general, it's not.
Generally come for you.
Yeah, like you have to do it at like the very last second if you are going to do that.
Honey?
It's fine. That was silly. Don't do that the way I did that.
Nope.
You know, the way that got me killed.
Nope.
And we're in this section.
We're once again gonna get my boy Theo.
Few things to do before we acquire a Theo.
Can you skip
Beautiful.
our boy?
Pretty easily.
Our It's always weird to me when I see him flying at you from the right side of the room, so I'm like, the crystals are in the way. It's like, oh right, yeah, they don't protect.
He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a fuck about them.
Theo also doesn't give a shit about crystals, which is nice.
It's just so weird because my brain goes, wall.
Yeah, yeah.
There
You
be
parse
wall
them at
there.
as a wall. I do the exact same thing. That's kind of how you have to do that one there.
Our boy.
I have not yet learned how to climb with Theo. It's like, it's not actually difficult to do, but it is like, you have to know what the inputs are, basically. Hello.
Aww.
I thought I was going to land on him.
Yeah, I guess when you land on his back end, it like counted him.
Yeah, it was definitely just minor weird hitbox thing. Nope.
Woo! Alright.
That was weird. What I wanted.
Whee! Whee!
Those guys will, in fact, hit you and tag team.
Oh shit!
It's fine. It's fine and good and fine, and I'm perfectly happy with the outcome that occurred there. Let's not talk about that room ever again.
Theo saves the day again. Yeah, he does.
Weird. Less the Theo throws and more the, like, just not hitting the guy. That feels annoying.
Yep.
I wasn't even picking Theo up there.
Shit.
Fine. It's absolutely the way that you want to be doing this in general.
Alright, here we go.
More than anything, this room is just knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. There.
Alright, here we go.
There we go. This is what I'm trying to do most of the time here. It gets weird because of the waves pushing you away,
Yep.
but like the fact that I'm doing that is also just like nice.
Oh!
Oh.
All right, that was a good mirror temple.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Yep. Apparently.
Now we got reflections, so time to start switching.
Let's go.
Possible to outrun your own reflection.
Don't you tell me what I can and can't do. Fuck you.
Yeah, if you take those turns fast enough, you can hit that feather up there. 2 seconds faster. It's weird. You absolutely don't need to get all of them, but nice. I unclicked it.
Oh yeah, I did that a lot on
I will say I've gotten a lot better at not doing
Tuesday,
that.
That's such a satisfying noise to me.
Yep. Of course it is. It's literally one of the sound directors making that noise. Literally one of the sound guys on the game going.
I'm sure he had a whale of a fucking time to do it.
Oops.
Come back here, my boy.
This is fun. Too soon, Executus. Oops. If anything, the hardest thing with the switching is actually going back from analog stick to D-pad. I've actually gotten really good at swapping.
Do the analog stick.
Yeah. This jump is weird because you gotta be like neutral and then immediately press to make it, basically. Love that shit.
And launches.
If you don't jump there, you are dead. I think I said that last time as well, but it's equally as true now as it was then.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's true on any planet. I don't know why that particular line from Xenoblade X sticks with me. That's where that comes from.
Yeah. The only thing memorable about the game.
Oops. This isn't what I wanted!
This is fine.
I have no idea how people do this part quick.
Magic.
Basically. Denied!
Like, boom! No.
Oh.
Oops.
Man,
Can't hit the orb.
I can never, like, thread that needle properly when I actually want to.
There's that needle now.
Alright, I am shocked that I lived through that part there. You know, even if I died afterwards, just making it to that feather was kind of an achievement for me.
Slightly too far away. Ooh.
It's fine. It's fine and good, okay?
Sure.
Be closer. This is such a weird, like, mini skip. Process is slightly off, or like my analog stick direction is slightly off right now. I'm correcting. Ah, damn. That's not the one I normally skip, I guess.
Nope. Which is that one?
Yeah. That was just analog not dashing me in the right direction. Which is kind of the biggest downside of it, where like sometimes you'll want to do a diagonal dash and you will not do a diagonal dash. But then movements like that are just so much easier.
Not through the middle this time.
Ah, damn. I hedged my bet there at the wrong place. Coming along for the ride. And then we have this place.
Yep.
Whoop!
Whoop, too high.
Didn't even realize. This is the sort of thing, it's very easy for you to hyper-focus in this game.
Yep, do not see the spikes up above.
You just not see the spikes at any place that you're looking at, that you're not looking at. This is, part of that is the fact that it is just blind with like the stuff coming.
Yeah.
There's also like a sort of safety checkpoint strat that you can do to like get a better chance at it. Well, we're gonna do that now anyway. But basically, this is a checkpoint, which is right above that pit, which means I don't have to do the rest of that if I die. But then you don't get the bonus sections. Like sort of like you don't really want to be using it, but it is there, and I have used it in some of my earlier runs.
Really dash that whole segment down there.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. The speed at which you can throw yourself into this fight is just incredible.
Right into the pit. Oh, yeah.
Known to happen. There's a lot of places where you actually want to be dash jumping rather than hyper dashing. Super dashing. This is somehow fine.
I can see where this boss fight is quite long.
Yeah.
It's quite long.
Oh yeah, no, it is absolutely super duper long. I just love the way, like, the whole thing feels. Like, the first time I played this, it was like, oh my god, this is forever, but, like, this is taking forever, but also, oh my god, this is incredible. This was just one of those points of the game where I was just like, holy shit, I love this game so much. That was one where I was saved by the fact that you rubber band over it. I missed.
Lost land to regain that. You'll find it real.
I doubt it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the first one.
Way too fucking long there, but I'll take it.
Didn't die.
Damn. I'm actually kind of surprised about that one.
Yeah, you know, hair gives you power, you know, the story sounds and all that.
Yeah. No fucking fear.
Fucking none.
One fear. Happy.
Yep.
I do love these rooms where it starts asking you to, like, you know, start flying around the room. Go! Timing on this is so tight, but it's so good. How could I not do this? It's also like you lose not that much time when you fuck it up, as opposed to other tricks. I should be dead.
Right, I was sure you were.
I mean, in honesty, it didn't hit me. I'm just amazed that it didn't hit me.
Yeah.
This is a room where I am like actively switching back and forth between. Ah! That was a diagonal dive when I didn't want one. Yeah, I'd have to do that that first part with the stick, and I have to do this part with the D-pad. There's no way around it. Little low there.
Throw it right there, and
Yep. One thing that you really have to recognize in the feather is that very small changes in your movement will actually have pretty major consequences. That was me not hitting the button fast, or like not moving the stick back fast enough. Stuff like that, where like, if you're on a slightly different cycle with it, that will not catch you any of the time, but if you are on just the wrong one, then you just die. Let's go. Alright, well, this run's going a bit better. Come on, land, please. I need that dash back. Alright, yeah, I lost some time there, but not catastrophic amounts, so let's do this.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Even if this isn't a PB, I'm pretty happy with just
how it went, yeah.
lowering my sum of best so that it's not literally all in one playthrough, basically.
It's below an hour.
Yep. Rare double bounce. Oops. You really have to like throw yourself immediately off the springs when they're in the opposite direction of the one you want to go. Because like dashing will stop the spring momentum entirely. Just didn't touch it.
Not really. Am I just not catching that wall?
Yeah, I mean, those are the sorts of things where it's like, I pulled back just a bit too early. Totally do this. There we go. Like, I know a lot of the random speed tricks here. I don't try some of them, even like ones that I probably should. But again, just knowing how to navigate the summit, knowing what you're going to be doing at any given point is far more important than knowing speed tricks, like when your time is over an hour like mine is. Like, I have so much time to gain from basic competence, basically. Keep trying to like fly into this room if you want to.
You gotta go full attack.
Clearly. Go. I think they literally only just figured out how to skip that one. Like, I think they were doing that in SGDQ. It was like, and someone were like, oh, I've never even seen that before. First time I've done that. Higher.
They ain't recovering, no. That looks like
That wasn't even a shot. That was like, I was going for the side there. I was gonna make that, but I'm happy I mistakes.
thanks were made.
Man, I almost never like screw that up. Still good.
Still good.
Now we got the hotel. Yeah, you can sort of see where it's like in a lot of cases I'm kind of treating them like they're not there, especially when they're, you know, when I'm going down and they're up, I can just pretend that like they don't exist because I'll be in and out of the area before they're even, you know, before they've moved. And having 2 dashes kind of affords you that. Basically, no respect, no fear. Well, that was not how I wanted to do that, but
No,
I
it
lived
worked.
somehow.
It worked. It worked.
I could not tell you what the fuck just happened there in any sense.
Claire, it worked.
These guys are so much more of a problem for me than they should be. The last 3 in this room that go up and down here, I don't really know why. So much of this run is just remembering what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing at any given moment. Oops.
Oops. Alright, bye-bye, Dust Bunnies.
Yep.
Low wind.
Yep. That cloud is completely superfluous. That was odd.
Oh, go in the orb.
In the orb.
Nice, the orb.
We're worried about that, but it turned out to be fine. I think there's things people do to skip, like having to wait for that in that section, which is absolutely incredible to me.
Yeah, very terrifying.
And that didn't happen.
Yep. Didn't die, it's fine.
Go. Mistakes.
Mistakes were made. Worthless Cloud is an excellent bunny.
Strong agree. Whoops. Okay, somehow I lived through that.
Recovery!
I'm kind of in awe, to be honest.
You're A-okay.
I'm still alive. I always forget she just goes there for some reason.
Yep. Shit!
That was like the freest of free there too.
No.
My brain kind of just forgot where I was supposed, where she like would end up on that second to last jump, basically. my brain is expecting wind is what it is, and I don't know why. After 2 times of not doing it. What a weird place to lose time. It's like the wind is done after this balance. There we go.
Alright, onwards.
And upwards. And just take this safe instead of dying on them. There's a lot of places where like hyper dashing off of things will just weird. I stopped hitting the button basically.
Ah,
That's what
so you
happened.
lost your...
Well, I just stopped, you know, like I mean to stop. I stopped there on purpose, but like this is the thing I had said I'd do in this level, by the way, like the jump off of that thing. What? That isn't supposed to happen there. I mean, it's all me pressing the wrong button. But when it comes down to it, when I say that, it's still like, I'm fucking up. Just in new and exciting ways. Yeah, that's not supposed to... There we go.
You grab the key.
I'll try. No promises. Fuck. You need to dive into that bubble. Yeah. Trying to do that like that is ridiculously tight. Better just do it like that, even though it's slower.
Yep. Tell me you're not doing doorstep.
You know the answer to that. I've always known the answer. Hold on tight. Go. Temple done.
Okay.
Means we are on to the finale.
30! Woo!
By the way, if you can dive into those crystals, that's like generally the way that you want to do it. Sort of a random side note.
Fall instead of jump.
I don't know what I did there, to be completely honest. Dash is
24.
Wall kicks are another way to really get around a lot of the like things that they expect you to do. You know, like where they give you
21.
just enough momentum to, or like just enough stamina to get
20.
through something. If you can wall kick off of it, you kind of break that equation pretty hard. Don't mind the fact that I'm ridiculously close to these spikes. It's
Right?
fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Fine. 19. 18. 17. We're really close together, huh?
Yeah. know why I didn't do that correctly. Brain-wise. I know why I didn't do that one correctly.
13.
Very carefully there. Very careful with that.
Yep. Quite a lot to redo that one.
I do that every time, and I don't know why. Like, I did the literal
Yeah,
exact
that
same
came
thing last time, and again, like, I know that I didn't do that. I mean, I know you can
11.
do that as well. It's weird.
And 9.
I would have made that.
Yep.
I just gone for it.
Alright, 6.
Totally sure I was gonna get that. Those are the sorts of things I really mean when I say, like, just familiarity, where it's like, it's really easy to just forget, oh right, I can't, you know, double dash there, and then just die the first time and be like, ugh, again. Very careful there.
Not
And
there.
then playing with this. Nah, that was
With the
the
stick?
analog stick fucked me there. Shame.
Something like bounce off of.
I mean, I hit it. That's what happens.
You bounce off of.
Oh yeah, you will just bounce. If you go straight into a wall, you will absolutely just bounce off of it.
2.
Ah! Didn't want that.
No, you want to go to the wall. You're deceived by the orb.
Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, I should not have done that either. I should have waited for that to come back. Would have been fine. That hurts.
Do it.
Wrong place.
A 1.
Dying there would have been pretty funny. I would have laughed.
Alright, we did it.
That is a PB by 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, well done.
It's 45, I get.
Yeah, 2 minutes 46.
Ugh.
Alright. 1 hour 1. Your hands okay?
They are
Me!
not